Bro, simply say it has the variables and methods. That's it.
Yeah, that terminology I was not getting.
Okay, so
I
variables
am
and
not in
methods.
touch
That's it.
for a longer time
No.
with Java.
What?
I am not in touch with Java for a longer time, so I
Okay,
was.
no problem. So no, this is not a concept of Java. This is a concept of you. Oops. So what does the object has? Object has two things. One is methods. Second is the properties. That is nothing but the variables. So can you add anything, Raghu?
Yeah, so see, last time when I had no object is a like building and the class is a like blueprint. So
Right.
class has variables and methods. On
Mm-hmm.
that the way to access those, we have to get the object. This is my understanding. So call that variables and methods. We are going to use this object.
Absolutely right. You just come to the point what I mean to say or what I want to bring it to the notice.
Yeah, and
So
variables we are going to mention the values, and through methods we are putting the parameters. From objective, we're calling that parameter. Correct?
right. So few things before I start. So these are the few things which are required. There is one more thing. So why do we need to create an object?
We need to call it so that it should be stored somewhere else.
No, come again. Try something else.
We need to create object because we used to store the variables and methods in a particular memory allocation so that we can call it when as and when required.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Very good. So whenever we want
So
to
I want to
call,
add one thing here.
yeah.
So see, in object, the class will be same. The class name will be same, and there is no return void, right, in this class. So will be called automatically when the object is created. Means what I'm trying to say means there is a class is same, but I don't know how to say that in your word. Yeah. So
Okay, I'll tell you. So class has, again, see, class and object nothing but the same, guys. I'll tell you how. So people say the class is different, object is different. How can you say both are same? So class is a blueprint of an object. An object is a physical entity, physical in sense that does not physically exist in outside the world, but I'm talking of within the computer or within the software industry. So object is something that create the memory location, so we call it as a physical. So it's a physical entity of a class. So do you agree with that or not?
correct.
Okay. So what does class have? Class have two things. One is variables and methods. Okay. So and that the memory will be created for those in object, or when we create object, then the memory will be created for those, but variables and methods. Then then that is a reason that to access something, okay, to access something, what do we have to access? To access that methods and to access the value of that variables, we have to create the object. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then next thing, what's this? Okay. Then whenever we create an object, without creating an object, we can't access any of the variables or methods.
Okay, sorry to
Fine.
interrupt you, Ravi. Is there any screen share?
No, I'm not. I think somebody else was sharing. Who is this? Sushri Makhan, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Who is sharing the screen?
Actually,
I think Shushri, you can just stop sharing.
oh,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, just stop sharing. There may be an
Yeah,
option you will get. Yeah,
but I'm not sharing, I guess. Just
Okay, fine, fine. I'll try to share my screen.
sure.
no, I'm not sharing the screen.
Yep. So is my screen visible now, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll consider this class. Okay. So we have a class called model. Okay, and we have created object of model. Okay, we have created object of a model to access the method horn and honk. So without creating an object, we can't access, without creating an object, we can't access the methods. Okay, when these methods are instance method, when these methods are non-static methods and non-static variables. So leave the concept of static. Okay, time being. So now I think you guys are pretty clear that to access something, the properties of the class. So these are the properties of the class model. To access properties of the class, that is the methods and the variable, we have to create the object. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, now so then you just think about it. So here what did we do? Here we have a class called car and we extend that class into model class, and we have what did we do? We just override the methods honk here. Did we do that or not? Yes. Then what are we doing here? We have one class and we derive that class into another class, and we create the object of that we create the object of the child class or derived class. Then we just call the methods. So that we do, this is very simple here. Whatever we did, that is very simple. So what is the meaning of encapsulation and abstraction? So one by one we'll go. So first we will go with the encapsulation. So just think about it. This is a public int a. So this variable is a public and this variable can be accessed from anywhere. So just think about, this car is a different class and this main is a different class, right? So even in the different class we are able to access the variable a. Then where is the security? There is. So what did we do here? We not only access the variable a, also we have changed the value of it also. So this variable is a little different one, but I'll show you. So we created the class here. For example, we change the value of it. So we change it. Now we change the value of a to 10. It was 900, but we change it to 10. So do we have any security, guys, here? Guys, please speak out. We make it interactive class so you can understand. If you have any doubt, you can stop and you can ask me. So do we have any security, guys, here? We have already changed the value of a from 900 to 10. So we don't have any security here. Then how to add the security to it? How to make it, how to make these variables not reachable to the people, not reachable to the, or not accessible to the users? How to do that? So we can do that by using the encapsulation. Okay, so encapsulation, I'll just what do I say, attach it, or I try to link it to the real world example of, we have the capsules. So we have a medication called capsules in which a small granules will be encapsulated together and give it to us so we can swallow that, right?
We cannot see the screen actually.
Is my screen not visible?
Some DS, someone else is sharing. Now got it.
How about others?
Yeah, I can see.
Now we
Yes,
can see. There was a change in the middle.
Is it? So did you not find this a variable? I was saying about the, we changed the value of a here to 10. It was 900, but we changed it to 10. There was no security. Did you see that or not?
Yeah, now we can see.
So I was saying that, guys, okay, you should have told me this, guys. So we have a variable called a in the car class. Okay, that variable belongs to the car, but okay, we not only access that variable here, but we change the value of it also. So do we have any security here?
I think no.
No, we are not at all giving any security. I mean, this variable is not at all secure. Then how can we achieve the security when it comes to the data? So when it comes to the data, we can give the security by using the encapsulation. So that's the reason just I brought a simple real world examples of capsules. So when we talk about the medication or medicines, then we take the capsules, which inside we can find a small granules of the medicine. So did you see that, guys?
Sorry, I didn't understand. What was that?
When we take the medicines, so in medicine we find the tablets as well as the capsules. Have you seen that capsules?
Yeah.
So in that capsules, the medicine will be inside of that capsules, right? So encapsulation is also similar kind of it, a little different. So how do we do that? So rather than making this variable as a which variable, this int a variable, rather than making it as a public, we make it as a private. Okay, we make it as a private. Okay, so what is the meaning of encapsulation is hiding the sensitive data and showing the only whatever required. So all the sensitive data will be hidden, and we are going to show only that information which is required. That's it. So we are not going to show all the information, just we are going to show whichever is required or whichever is necessary for that particular program. Okay guys, then how to achieve that? So here now I think we don't require all these things, we directly create. So there is a concept called getters and setters, guys. Okay, so just a second. Okay, so can you see guys here?
Yes. Sir.
Okay, so we made this a as a private here. Okay, we are not assigning any value at this point of time, we just made it as a, and we use this set a method. I just make this variable something else. Val. Oh God. That's it guys. Okay, so what I'm doing is I made this val as a private value, val as a private, and I'm going to set the value by using the method called set val. Okay, and in that set val we going to pass one variable called val, and we are going to assign the value of val to the this instance variable called val, both same. Then once we set that value, we are going to get the, whenever we require that value, we are going to access that value by using get val. So that is a concept. Let's see this. Okay, and I'm going to hide this. This is not required at this point of time. Okay, here what are we doing? We have created the object for the car. Then we are going to set a value. Yes, first we'll try to access this. How will it work? Will it work?
No.
It will not, because what is the error?
The objective model is different, right?
No. So here it is saying that field A in car. So when we try to access, then see what will be the it will say that A is private, you can't access it.
Even what is that n equal new model, why it is showing red?
Yeah, I'll make changes. Now fine. Okay, let's try this now. It should be car, right? We are creating the value of car. So variable A, m of type. Okay. So it's saying that m is okay. Okay. What is this? A is not found. So A is not at all accessible outside of it.
No, I think you not given A, right? You given
Oh my.
map, right?
Yeah. Sorry. My bad. So, thank you, Raghu. Yeah. Now see. Thank you, Raghu. So now see, the val A has a private access. So we can't access out a val outside of that class. So can you see this?
Yeah, because of that private, right?
Right. Because of that private. Now you guys tell me, is it secured or not?
Yeah, it is secure.
Yeah, it is secured. So we are not we can't access the value of val, or we can't access the variable called val outside the class car. So we are providing the a security rate, but anyway we have to work with it. We require that value. Then how to access that value, how to access that variable? Okay, so first, how to set the value to that particular variable and how to access that, by using these two methods called setVal and getVal. So first we try to set the value of it. So what do we set? M dot setVal, and here we are passing value of 150. Okay, so we set the value of 150 and we try to get that value by using m dot getVal. Now let's see, we'll run the program. Can you see 150? We get the answer. So what did we do in this program? We achieve the encapsulation by using the setters and getter methods. So in the setter method, we set the value to the variable, and in the getter method, we get that value. So you may ask that back to back you did the same operation here. So what is the security? But these operations will takes place in a different window, guys. How? So we set the values in some other window, and we get the value in some other window. So what I'm saying is, in getting value window, we can't access the value, or we can't access this variable. So that's a reason called this is a we achieve the encapsulation here. Any doubt here? If you don't understand anything, please tell me. I'll try to explain it. I'll try to brief it again.
Maybe explain once again that get value, because see, set value I got it. Same what we are doing. Again, you are doing same using that set value. So again, get value, then how is going to secure?
Yes. So in the get value, okay, method, we have a return. We are returning the value, whatever the value we have here. So okay, so here what are we doing? We are passing one when we calling this set method. I'll come to get value, Raghu. So we in the set value, while setting the value, while calling the method of set value, we are passing one number, or we passing one value called, which is 150, and that 150 is coming here and sitting in this value variable, a local variable called val. Okay. Okay, and we are assigning this local variable to the instance variable, which is also name of it also val. Okay, and how are we differentiating? We're differentiating by using this keyword. So this keyword refers to the local object. So whatever the local object of this class it will be pointing to that. So we set the value, we set the instance variable or global variable val, and we assign the value of local variable to the global variable. That's done. Okay. So
Okay.
after assigning the value to this global variable, we are returning it from using this getVal method. So public int will be, so generally we have seen here void. Why do we use void here? Because we are
Return
not reading.
value to public to private, right?
No, nothing like that. Nothing. There is no concept of public private. So whenever we find this void, the meaning of void is we are not at all returning anything. Okay. And we return something. When we use keyword return, it means that it will return a value. So when we use this, even while returning the value, if you use void here, it will throw an error. Let's see what will be the error. Okay. Unexpected return value. So we are returning the value of integer but return type. So this is called as, guys, return type. This is called as access access type, that is public, and this is the first keyword public is a access type, and the second word where there is the void, int, float, double, this is going to be the return type. So here we have void means it will not return anything, but here it is returning the value of integer. So that's the reason we have to make it as a int. Okay, we'll try to run it again. Yeah, program successfully, okay, executed. Now I'll try to make it as a float. Let's see, we are returning the value of integer but the return type is float. Can you see? Now it returned 150.0. So it did not return 150, it returned 150.0. Is it clear, guys? So
Yeah.
whenever we return something, then return type should be there. So here we are returning the value. That's the reason when we are calling that get method, then it is the get method is returning the value of integer, that is 150. Any doubt so far?
Ravi, I have one quick question.
Mhm.
So, can we achieve abstraction without encapsulation in Java?
Encapsulation and abstraction. Oh, I didn't get your question, bro.
Means I'm saying, can
Mhm.
we achieve abstraction, okay,
Mm.
without encapsulation in Java, like
Okay.
especially?
Encapsulation and abstraction are close concepts, similar concept, but what is the difference is that when it comes to encapsulation, we are talking about the data. So we are showing the necessary data and hiding the sensitive data. So we are hiding the sensitive data and showing only what is the required. Okay, that is encapsulation. And what is the meaning of abstraction is, abstraction is all about showing the necessary functionality, showing the sensitive functionality. We don't want to show that how did we code something, or what methods we used, or what classes we used. Rather, we just hide them and we show whatever just required. So when it comes to abstraction, so abstraction is all about hiding the necessary details, and when it comes to encapsulation, it means that hiding necessary or hiding sensitive data. Clear now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and we are going to see the abstraction. So first let us clear this, because abstraction is little tricky than encapsulation. So that was the reason that initially I asked few questions that what is object, what are the variables, what are the methods, and how to access them. So Raghu, Sharan, any doubts so far?
No, Ravi.
Okay,
Yeah.
so shall we move to abstraction? And Sushri also joined, right? Do you have any doubts, Sushri? Is she there?
So I think for her, she needs to go through all the videos. I think after that she will have little bit idea. I think so. She's very new to this session. So anyway, like
So shall we proceed?
yeah, we can proceed.
Okay. So guys, next concept is abstraction. Okay, so
So,
before
sorry, Ravi. So I just want to add something on the abstraction part. So we are done with abstraction, right? So for Ravi.
no, we are done with the encapsulation. So we are going to start.
Sorry. Yeah. So basically, the if I say the advantages of encapsulation, there are like so especially the encapsulated code is more flexible, okay, and easy to change with a new requirement. Whenever you have new requirement, it's very easy to change, and it prevents other classes within the package, other classes to access the private fields and all. And apps encapsulation allows even modifying implemented code whatever you have written without breaking other code. Okay, this is one benefit. So another benefit, you can say, it keeps the data and code safe from external inheritance, which
Mm,
already Ravi explained, right?
mm,
So, and this is why encapsulation also helps to uh, do the security, so on the data things. It's that's why you use. And it's like in terms of the automation, it's also it improves the maintainability of the application if you use this concept to the
yeah,
framework.
true.
That's it.
So yes, guys. So I think till now, whatever I've seen, those are the basic concepts, guys. So these concepts are basic in advanced in the sense it's not advanced. I'm not talking about the advanced Java, but these concepts are truly useful when we are writing the programs or when we are deep getting into the concepts of Java. Okay, so that is the reason that we have seen most of the people already just left the sessions, because those people are not at all getting this. So I'm not talking about this will be easy, you get this when you practice, rather than first you understand the concept, then practice, then you'll get the concepts. I mean, then you will be get on it. Okay guys, so Makan, shall I proceed towards an abstraction?
Sure, sure, Ravi.
Okay, so next concept is, guys, called abstraction. So what is the abstraction? So abstraction is something called which is a process of hiding certain details. Okay, so we are not going to show all the details, rather we are going to hide all the necessary details, certain details, and we are going to show only whatever required. So we are not going to show every concept, every program of ours. So we are just hiding certain details. So how can we achieve that? So let's see. So I'll just make the modification itself. So this abstraction can be achieved by using two ways. One is abstract classes, second the interfaces. So first we are going to see the abstract classes. So abstract class always start with the keyword called abstract. Okay, so when I made this car as abstract, then it is showing all the error. So what is the meaning of it? So when I make some changes, then definitely this will, you can achieve this. So first thing, so abstract class never will be having, just a second guys. Okay, I'll remove this. Sorry, my mistake. Public void display. Display. Then Okay, guys. So abstract class can be achieved by using the abstract method. So what is the meaning of abstract, guys? Abstract means incomplete. So here abstract class can have both the method. One is non-abstract method or normal method, generally we say, and it can have the abstract method also. So what is the difference between the first, that display method, and the show method?
See, in the first one, now we given essential, right? In second one, we are not, means we are adding certain details here.
So no, okay, fine. The simple difference here is,
See, the abstract white show, no, you're not printed, right? Means you're trying to hide that one.
no, just a second, implement methods, yes. Yeah, I'm going to, just a second, Raghu. I'm going to remove this. Yes. Yeah. So what is the difference between the first and second is simple. First has the body of the method, second does not have a body. Observe this. First has the body, second does not have the body. We closed it. That is the difference. So what did you understand from it? So abstract methods are incomplete methods. It means that it will not have the body. So who will then, where do we get the body? The body will be provided by the derived class. So this car is a method, sorry, car is a class. We have inherited that class into model class. So now here we are going to provide the body to that a method called show. Okay, show. Now then after creating the now we are going to call both the method display then m dot show. Oh, my bad guys. Yes, from here also I think this is something to learn. So even mistakes will make us to learn something. So what did you understand from here? What is he saying? That car is abstract, cannot be instantiated. So what is the meaning of it is the car. What is the meaning of abstract? Abstract classes are those class whose we cannot create the object for them. So this object class, so we made it, this is all about the abstraction guys, which is I want to tell you. So abstract classes are those classes we cannot create the object for those classes. So in the inheritance we have seen that even when the car was getting extended in the model, but we were able to create the object of that class, car class also and model class also. But when it comes to abstract class guys, we can't create the object for the abstract classes. So we can't create, that is something talking about here. Car is abstract, cannot be instantiated. What is the meaning of instantiated? Means we can't create the instance of it, we can't create the object for it. Then how to access the values, or how to access the methods inside this abstract class? By using, we have to extend that class into another class, and we have to create the object for the derived class. Now see this. Display method, show, both are getting displayed, I mean both are getting called. So shall I explain one more time guys?
Maybe the below run one, no, minimize that one.
Which one?
That which running rate, mine means I'm getting off screen only. So minimize the below one, no? Where you're
Okay.
running the code.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, okay. Visible.
So Rabi, here the car is an abstract class, right?
Right, right.
Okay.
So abstract class, yes, I think I made a mistake here. I did not explain you from the scratch. So I'll try to explain one more time. So abstract classes are the classes, guys, which are incomplete. Okay. Abstract classes will be defined by using the keyword abstract class. So whenever you're defining any class as abstract, then you should use the abstract keyword. That is the first thing. Then the second thing is that you can't create the object for the abstract classes. If you want to access the properties of these abstract classes, you can't create the object of it. But we have seen that whenever you want to achieve something, whenever you want to access something, then you have to create the object for it. But how to resolve this issue? So we can resolve this issue by extending that abstract class into another derived class. So what did we do? We just inherit that car class into model class, and then we created the object of it, and we access the methods of this abstract class. That is the second thing. Then what is the third thing? So abstract class can have methods as well as the abstract methods. So abstract, again I said that incomplete. So, and one more thing, you can't write when whenever you are writing any, or whenever you are defining any abstract method, you can't create or you can't define any abstract method into the normal class. You have to define abstract methods into the abstract class. Can you see that? Okay. So just whatever doubts you have, just hold it for some time. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to clear all your doubts. So whenever we want to create an abstract method, then the class should also be the abstract class. So now abstract method we cannot create any abstract methods into the normal classes. So we have to create the abstract methods into the abstract classes. So this is a normal method. There is no issue with this method. We have the body of it, and which was getting displayed properly. System.out.println, when we printed, then the body was getting executed. If you want to perform some operations also, we can do that. So we'll do some operations. Int a equal to 10, comma b equal to 14. Okay, then we are going to perform, rather than just displaying it, display method, we are going to perform some operations. Int c equal to a plus b. Okay, we perform this operation, and we are going to, along with the display, we are going to show the result also.
See.
Yes, so this is simple thing. So now you see this. Can you see the 24? So it means that we can have the normal method, we can perform, which can mean in the abstract class, we can have the normal methods also. So along with the normal method, we can have the abstract methods also. What are the abstract methods? Abstract methods are the incomplete method. So the body will not be, this abstract method will not be having the body. So where are we going to get the body? The derived class is going to provide the body. Now here the body is provided by the derived class. Here it was just an abstract method, it was an incomplete method, and the extended class, the derived class, made it complete. So far, is it clear, guys, or still have any doubt?
So it looks like overriding, right?
No, it's not overriding.
Yeah,
so
now see methods within the same name, different classes, right? So
right,
yeah,
absolutely right. Yep, absolutely right. I'm not at all denying it. If you
yeah, good.
Yeah, please ask.
Yeah, good. No, that is I'm telling. So one of the clause you said overriding also, right? Because we can access that car and model in the model itself, right?
So this is Raghu. This is overriding, Raghu. Public
overriding,
display
that
is overriding. Yeah, this is, see, display method is overriding, Raghu.
Okay.
Okay, this is display method is overriding. Then you may find the difference in both the things. What is the difference over there and what is the difference here? I mean, in the display method and the show method. In the when it comes to display method, we are just completely overriding. So public void display and body of the, in the body we are redirecting a different body. Okay, so we write model display method. But when it comes to show, do we have body to show method?
No.
No, we don't have body. So what are we doing here? We are providing body to it.
Correct.
Okay, that is the difference. When it comes to here, yes, when it comes to display method, we have the body, but we don't have we have the body, so we are overriding that body. So that is called as method overriding. But do we have any body to the show method?
No.
We don't, but we are providing that. So this is called as achieving the abstraction place.
It means that we don't know about the requirements yet.
No, we are not. We don't want to show. We don't want to show our who do I say our user about this class car. We are not at all. We are not making it to access to the user. Rather, we are just extending that car into model, and we are making the user to access only model class.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, Makan.
Yeah. So, like simple, okay, I want to give one example. So in our computer, like when you want to do any calculation, right, we just simply open the calculation application, right, which is
Right.
a application. So we are only focused, we should know only how to do the sum, right, all these things, right? So how it will trigger the value, that thing is you should not know, right? That is,
Absolutely.
they have hide it in the back end. Okay, there is a functionality. When I do 1 plus 2, there should be 1 plus 2 equal 2 in 3. How this 3 is coming, that we are not able to see, right? That is
And
called the abstract.
right,
Like it
and
is,
we should not
yeah.
even bother about it also. Right. Why do we need to bother about how did 1 and 2 calculated together and give them the answer 3? Nothing. So our job is to just we are getting the answer. That's it. Right, Makan?
And also it is called as a data hiding, if I'm not wrong.
No, we are not hiding the data. So
Means
the abstraction
that
as encapsulation can be achieved together when we merge both together.
correct.
I mean, when we combine both together, then we can achieve both encapsulation and abstraction at the same point of time. So what is the difference over there and here? So here, there we were hiding the data. Here we are hiding the functionality. We are not showing car. We don't want to show the functionality of the car. We don't want that. We just want to show the functionality of the model. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes. Raghu, yeah, Raghu, please.
Yeah.
Don't go with the doubt. If you have still, I can explain. So what are we trying to do, Raghu, here? We don't want to show anything about the class. We are saying that we define the show method here. So we don't want to provide that show method. We don't want to write the method. We don't want to write the body to it, or we don't want to provide the body to it, and we can give that access to the user. So instead of that, what did we do? We made it as a abstract method. We don't want to provide the body, rather than we are going to provide the body of the show method into the extended classes, inherited classes.
Correct.
So in the inherited classes, we provide the body to it, and we are giving the access to that method here, rather than in the car class we are giving the access in the model class. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, that is the concept. So, and as I told you this, this abstraction can be achieved by using two ways. One is by using the abstract classes and second by using the interfaces. So then how these interfaces work? Okay. No, from here. Okay. Okay. Interface demo. Okay. So what are we going to do? We are going to define the interface. Interface car.
Ravi,
Hmm?
this is, I think, became a this not interface. I think class outside. Just delete this one. Close this interface demo.
Okay.
Because it will symbol completely just close this interface demo, that program, and delete also, right?
I deleted it. Which one? This one?
Can you expand that one on right hand side, that okay. Because did you, when you created, did you select as a interface when
No.
you
As a class.
no oh, you just delete it.
Okay, we'll try to achieve here itself. Okay, rather than going there, we'll try to do that here. Okay. Interface inter. Okay. Then I'll try to hide this particular. Okay, before that, I'll do one thing. I'll just copy and paste this one for you guys. Then later. Abstraction by abstract class. Okay. Okay. Next thing is abstraction by interface. Okay, so for that I'll hide this one. We don't require at this point of time this abstract class, so I'm going to hide it. Okay, so I'll start from here. Interface then guys, this interfaces are the complete abstract classes. These are the complete abstraction. We can achieve the complete abstraction by using the interfaces. So we are going to see the difference. So what I'm trying to say is public void display, and I try to provide the body to it. Can you see that? So these interfaces can be used to achieve the complete abstraction. You can't even provide the body to it. Okay, then it should be complete abstract value. Okay, methods. Then next one is void show. Okay, now here in the model class we are going to, or shall I make it car itself? I'll make it simple. So while how to now when we inherit a class into another class, then we use keyword called extends, right?
Correct.
But when you inherit any interface into a class, then we have to use a keyword called implements.
Implement.
Okay, implements inter. Now here we have to provide, what is this show?
That one block curly bracket extra in interface. No, interface that
Yeah.
body.
Okay. Yep. What happened? Public void show. Now see guys. Here we did not provide body to any of the method, that is called display method or a show method. Instead we provided the body to them into the inherited class, that is model class. Now let's see. Can you see that? So this is called an abstraction guys. So this abstraction generally achieved whenever you work on that. So when I was learning this Java, so I had a confusion that a lot of time we have to, whenever we work with the databases, at the time we have to work with the interfaces. A lot of times we have to work with the interfaces. When we work with the servlets, then we have to work with the interfaces. So I used to think, what is the use of it? Yes, so this is the use of it guys. So most of the cases interface generally interfaces are used as a mediator between the Java classes and the vendors. Like whenever you want to access the databases, then most of the time you will find the interfaces rather than the classes. So to connect between the database as well as the Java, then we use this interface guys. Okay, so what is our interface? Interface is inter, where we have just defined two methods, declare two methods, that is display and show. We did not define them, we declare two methods, public void display, public void show, and we define them. We provided body to the methods of the interface into the implemented class or the inherited class, that is called model. So here we just declare display method and we provided body here, and same manner we just declare show method and we provided body here. And that's it guys.
Ravi, what is the difference between implements and extends? In extend also, I cannot call this one.
No.
Sure.
No. Yeah, Makan, Provesh.
So in when you say the keyword extend, you can only extend the class, not interface. So whenever you want to extend any interface, that means you have to implement, like the keyword you have to use implement.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we'll try to do that. We'll find the errors. No interface expected here. So interface
Extend can't be applicable for interface.
right. So what are they saying? No interface expected here means this, when we are extending it, it means that this should be class, this should not be interface. So it is saying that whenever extend keywords we use with the class, not with the interface it is talking about. So whenever you want to inherit a interface, then we have to use implements, and whenever we have to inherit a class, then we have to use extends. Okay, so this is the use of interfaces guys. So interfaces are used to provide the body to the abstract method, and there is two difference. One difference is that when it comes to abstract class and the interfaces, what is that? The first difference is interfaces are used for the complete abstraction, where when it comes to abstract class for the partial abstraction. What is the meaning of partial abstraction? We have abstract method as well as we have the normal method where we have provided the body. But when it comes to interfaces, then both are the complete abstract methods. So we did not provide any body to them. But that is the first difference. And second thing difference is that guys, whenever we are writing anywhere, whenever declaring any abstract methods into the abstract classes, then we have to use specifically, we have to use the abstract keyword. Okay, but interfaces we have not used any abstract keyword. Have you observed that? Here we did not use abstract, but here we have used abstract.
Yeah, because here we are using interface, right?
Right.
But when you say the performance way, like if you have a framework and like most of the time we do not create interface, very rare, because performance wise it's very slow. Like, okay.
That's true.
And
And second thing, Makan, yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Makan. Proceed.
yeah, so that is why we just for your understanding, you should know what is interface, and real time you will be creating very less, say, interface things. So it would be like, but you should know.
And second thing,
Yeah,
interfaces, most of the time we never create interfaces by ourselves. Instead, we use the what is this library? What do we call my okay? Library line
even
package? Yeah,
package.
packages. Whenever we use the packages inside, we use generally we use built-in interfaces rather than creating our own interfaces. So most of the time we use the interfaces as a built-in interfaces. So we never create our own interfaces generally, rather we go for the classes.
Another thing why in real time it's very rare applicable interface, like so there is one disadvantage of the interface is that interface cannot contain data fields. Okay, this is a very this is only the not a good good benefit, like it doesn't have a benefit, it can't contain any data fields. If you try to program any data field, it will not contain.
See that?
So this is only the challenges. That's why we, like, I'm sharing my
Real time
real time
experience.
experience. Yeah. So I especially do not use interface. Very rarely, few cases I use. But you should know all this.
But interface are very important. We can't. So it's not
Yeah.
it's not a just 2 marks question. So we can skip it. It's not like that. So
Very important
interface.
development.
Yeah. So when it comes to interacting with the database, interfaces plays a vital role, guys.
No, even for framework also it's required. Means I mean to
Mm.
say I am just telling the difference. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like the data, because most of the class will contain data, right? And data can data data should be there, like data fields should be able to store. So by using interface we can't write any program. So this is for some other purpose when you will be doing the automation framework and all, that time you'll understand where to use in implement interface. Yeah, Ravi, proceed. Thanks.
No, that's it, bro. That's it. I think today's class again. I'm saying these are the very how to say. Today's topics are huge topic, very heavy topics. So I just am done with my whatever I wanna tell you or to for today. I'm done with that. If you have any doubt or if you have any questions about today's session or previous session, then you can ask the doubts.
Okay, Ravi.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you,
No
Ravi.
problem. No problem, guys.